course of life as we know it, as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Ronald Show, Ronald.
What if a government intelligence analyst from the Pentagon is forced to save mankind from extinction and the world from destruction, but first he must evolve into the Messiah and create the plan to save the world? The 21st century Messiah arrives, battles dark forces, and sparks the Armageddon that leads to the apocalypse, rapture, the 2012 pole shift, and extraterrestrial contact. Buy the book today by Ronald Farnham at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The Second Coming of the Messiah, Book 1, The Awakening.
What's you go there for all the time, Penny?
I don't know. It's so handy, just around the corner.
Donald! Mr. DePina and I are going to take the fireworks up to Mount Vernon next week. Do you think you could give us a hand?
Oh, yes, certainly. I can't take no money for it this year because if the government finds out I'm working, they'll get sold.
Oh. Ed? I just got the most amazing idea in the bathroom just now. I was reading Trotsky. It's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, I left it there.
Who is it?
You know Trotsky, the Russian Revolution?
Oh.
Well, I was thinking it would make a great fireworks display. Remember the last days of Pompeii?
Oh, yes. Palisades Park. That's where we met.
Well, I'm going to do the revolution, a full hour display.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And the red fire's the flag, isn't it?
Sure, and the Tsar, and the Cossacks.
And the freeing of the slaves.
No, Donald, the Russian Revolution. Hello, Grandpa.
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I can say. You should have been there.
Wasn't it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Wonderful. They get better every year. Oh, I'm too lucky you're snakes.
Big class this year, Grandpa? How many were there?
Oh, must have been 2 acres. Everybody graduated. There's much funnier speeches than last year.
You want to listen to a good speech. You listen to you go up and hear Father to Father.
Oh, I'll wait. Columbia we're having.
Donald, would you tell Reba that Grandpa's home now and we won't wait for Miss Al? Yes, sir. Reba, Grandpa's home. We can have dinner now.
We made a new skyrocket today, Grandpa. Wait till you see it.
Evening, Grandpa.
Good evening, Mr. DePina.
Didn't we make a fine rocket today, Mr. DePina?
We certainly did.
I wonder why they don't have fireworks at commencement.
Hi everybody, today is March 2nd, 2011, and I'm here with Sister Bernadette Fox, right?
Right, exactly.
And Diana Ferrantis Farnham.
My mom.
And that's Olivia you're holding?
Oh, yes.
How long are you in town for?
Just until the 13th of April.
The 13th?
The 18th. Pardon.
18th of May.
The 18th of May. I'm sorry, I'm back.
And you were my teacher, right?
I taught you in 8th grade.
8th grade.
8th grade.
You were principal at the same time.
And you taught him in 1st grade.
I taught
second grade.
I taught him in second and third. And then I was principal, and then I went back into 8th grade, and then I was made principal again.
And I was just a great student, wasn't I?
You were a pain in the back pew.
In the back pew.
That's a religious curse, right? No, you were a good student. You could have done much better. I talked to your mother a few times about you, Ron. Didn't know your dad at that time as much.
No.
He was probably off working somewhere.
Yeah, he worked a lot.
He worked a lot. But I have such happy memories of you, Sylvie,
George
Sylvia,
Silva,
Marty Aparicio, and who was the 4th singer?
Sean Doyle?
Sean Doyle?
He wasn't with you.
No.
Yeah, he was in my class.
He
Sean
was in
Doyle.
your class. They're your 4 singers, and all your voices. And
Yeah, because Sean Doyle had a good voice.
Sister Maria taught you singing, and I used to go to your door and say, please, please sing a song for me when I was principal, you know, just to give me a lift.
And we did well, huh?
You did brilliantly well.
And he's still singing. Next
George and I actually made up a song called Chocolate Flavored Drink.
Nice.
Chocolate flavored drink, it'll make you puke in the sink. So drink it every day, and your mind will rot away. Chocolate flavored drink, it'll make your skin look pink. So drink it every day, and your mind will rot away. I guarantee, I guarantee. That was our song.
Well, that was typical your attitude.
Yeah.
George Silva was great.
Yeah, he was funny.
I'll never forget, he said, I said, that did me good to hear you sing. And he said, Sister Bernadette, you told me in first class that my voice would get me into trouble. And here he was singing to tune.
Yeah.
Actually, what you meant was his mouth.
His mouth.
Yeah.
And him too.
Yeah.
And he writes that in that book, that Harry book.
Yeah. Man profiteth not by speech. Right? There's no reason to talk. I guess originally we might have been like psychic beings, but now we're talking.
And remember when I played the witch?
Oh, I'll never forget it. You were
Remember his class? They jumped on top of me.
You did, and your
And
nose
they-
began falling off.
I wet the whole floor because they were pouncing on me.
Really? You peed?
Yes.
You were brilliant. You were
Wet, brilliantly wet.
Yeah.
That was the fun. That was fun.
It
Yeah,
was.
they had
Now,
a
will you
plan.
take that away, please?
He was in the sixth
Okay.
grade.
Well, thanks, Sister Bernadette. Thanks for being here. It's been a pleasure seeing you again. Have a safe trip back to Ireland.
The pleasure was mine. I always love to come and see your mom.
Are we allowed to call if we? You have a phone number over there, or do you have to pay when you get incoming calls?
No, I can take your phone number.
You know,
anytime.
before you leave
I can
today,
take your phone call. You don't have.
What's your address over there?
I'm gonna get it in
I'll write it out for you.
Please, because you know why? I can't read.
Okay, wave goodbye.
Woohoo!
I have a hard time figuring out the address on the back of the envelope.
Have you ever wanted to write a book? Have you ever wanted to write a screenplay? Have you ever wanted to have your great movie idea turned into a screenplay, turned into a movie, turned into a book, and distributed all over the world? Well, now you can learn how to do it with the great new book by Ronald, How to Write a Screenplay in 30 Days or Less. It includes the logline, theme, synopsis, outline, and screenplay of the three magic questions. Learn how to write a screenplay in 30 days or less, or your money back. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Anybody know what time it is?
Mr. DePena might know.
Oh, it was 5 o'clock a couple hours ago.
Oh, I ought to know better than to ask you people. Listen, will you let me know the minute he arrives, please?
Why, of course, Alice.
Well, yes, I know, but I mean the minute he arrives.
Yes, of course.
Well, be sure.
What do you think of that?
I think she likes him, if you ask me.
I should say so. She's got it bad. Wouldn't it be wonderful if she married him? We could have the wedding right in this room.
Come now, Penny, this is the first time he's ever called on the girl.
You only called for me once.
Well, young people are different nowadays.
Oh, I don't know. Look at Ed and me. He came to dinner once and just stayed.
Anyhow, I think it's wonderful, don't you,
She
Grandpa?
certainly seems happy with it.
He must be crazy about her. Maybe he's the one who's calling for her every night. There he is. Never mind, Reba, I'll answer it. Now remember what Alice said. Be very nice to him.
All right, let's have a look at him.
Well, welcome to our little home.
How do you do?
I'm Alice's mother. Oh, right in. Here we are. Now, this is Grandpa, and this is Alice's father, and Alice's sister, and her husband, Ed Carmichael. Now, let me have your hat and make yourself right at home.
I'm afraid you must be making a mistake.
How's that?
My card.
Wilbur C. Henderson, Internal Revenue Department.
That's right.
What can we do for you?
There's a Martin Vanderhoff in here.
Yes, sir, that's me.
Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, the government wants to talk to you about a little matter of income tax.
Income tax.
May I sit down?
Of course. Go right ahead.
Thank you.
Mother, is that Mr. Kirby?
No, it isn't, darling. It's an internal something or other.
Mr. Sycamore! Oh, excuse me.
What is it?
These things are not going off.
Well,
Look!
no, not here, Mr. DePena. Grandpa's
Hi everybody, I'm Ronald and welcome to the Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex. Let's see, today is, what's today's date? Tuesday, May 10th, 2011. Hi, I'm Ronald, welcome to the Ronald Show, and today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2011. And this is the Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex. And so, because this is the start of the new season, Season 2, I am going to, let's see what I talked about, and let's see where we are. So, here is a report, news report, that I'm going to read for you on the from Yahoo. This is one of the stories on Yahoo by Holbrook Moore and Sheila Bird, Associated Press, 40 minutes ago, and that is today, May 10th. Here is, now remember, the Ronald Show is documenting the collapse of life as we know it as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex, perpetrated by, I don't know, some people believe that we have the technology to manipulate the weather, or our governments do, the government corporations. Anyway, documenting the collapse of life as we know it. That's what today's show is focusing on. And so here, let me read a report for you. All right? Here's the headline: Mississippi Delta braces for historic flood. Mississippi Delta braces for historic flood, by Holbrook Moore and Sheila Bird, Associated Press. Tunica, Mississippi. The bulging Mississippi River rolled into the fertile Mississippi Delta on Tuesday. That is today. Today's Tuesday. On Tuesday, threatening to swamp antebellum mansions, wash away shotgun shacks, and destroy fields of cotton, rice, and corn in a flood of historic proportions. That's the opening paragraph. The river took aim at one of the most poverty-stricken parts of the country after cresting before daybreak at Memphis, Tennessee, just inches short of the record set in 1937. Some low-lying neighborhoods were inundated, but the city's high levees protected much of the rest of Memphis. Over the past week or so, in the Delta, floodwaters along the rain-swollen river and its backed-up tributaries have already washed away. Crops, forced many people to flee to higher ground, and closed some of the dockside casinos that are vital to the state's economy. Flooding in Mississippi has been a regular incident throughout the history of the United States, and so that's fine. Okay, this is probably normal. But they're talking about it being of historic proportions. So this is going to be big. It already is big. Right now, as we speak, people have lost their homes in Mississippi along the Delta and have had to go to higher ground, and now they have no food, no water, no electricity, and no home. And this is happening right now and could be coming to a town near you. But the worst is yet to come. Over the past week or so in the Delta, floodwatering along the rain-swollen river and its backed-up tributaries have washed away crops, forced many people to flee to higher ground, and closed some of the dockside casinos that are vital to the state's economy. I think the economy is kind of hosed right now. But the worst is yet to come, with the crest expected to roll through the Delta over the next few days. With hundreds of homes already damaged, quote, "We're going to have a lot more when the water gets to where it's never been before," unquote, said Greg Flynn, a spokesman for the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency. Okay, so Mississippi Emergency Management Agency, that's part of FEMA, right? It's the Mississippi branch of FEMA, for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Across the region, federal officials anxiously checked and reinforced the levee, some of which could be put to their sternest test ever. About 10 miles north of Vicksburg, Mississippi, contractors lined one side of what is known as Backwater Levee with big sheets of plastic to keep it from eroding if floodwaters flow over it is feared, something that has never happened to the levee since it was built in the 1970s. In Vicksburg, at the southern tip of the rich alluvial soil in the central part of the state, the river was projected to peak on Saturday, just above the record set during the cataclysmic Great Flood of 1927. The town was the site of a pivotal Civil War battle and is home to thousands of soldier graves. More than 1,500 square miles of farmland in Arkansas, which produces about half of the nation's rice, have been swamped over the past few weeks, and the economic impact will be more than $500 million, according to the state's Farm Bureau. It's kind of weird how they embedded this little bit of information into something about Mississippi. Let me read this to you again. More than 1,500 square miles of farmland in Arkansas, which produces about half of the nation's rice, have been swamped over the past few weeks, and the economic impact will be more than $500 million. Be more than $500 million, according to the state's Farm Bureau. So according to the Arkansas Farm Bureau, half of the nation's rice supply just kind of got blasted for a period of time. So expect rice prices maybe to go up or to be limited. You know, we got a lot of other stuff to eat, like, I don't know, Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies is the first thing that comes to mind for me. So that's cool. I'll skip out on rice in favor of Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookies. Okay, let's see what the next part of this thing says here. In Carter, Mississippi, about 35 miles east of the Mississippi, Scott Haynes estimated he would spend more than $80,000 on contractors to build levees around his house and grain silos which hold 200,000 bushels of rice. The wheat is going to be gone anyway, he said. We don't know if we're doing the right thing or not, but we can't not do it. Heavy equipment has been mowing down his wheat fields to get to the dirt that is being used to build the levees, and he expected nearly all of his farmland to flood. That's crazy. So there's some major flooding going on that's going to tear up some of our farmland. Well, that's my update for today, May 10th, 2011. I'm Ronald. Thanks for watching The Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it, as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex. Peace.
Now available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble is Harry Johnson, Diary of a Gigolo Porn Star. The crazy adventure of a 1951-born male in Beaufort, Georgia with a 2-foot penis that grows to 3 feet. He goes on to become an international porn star after becoming a war hero in Vietnam. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Hello, what's this? I didn't know there were little children in the house.
Oh, no. That's mine.
I see. I suppose, well, everyone has to have a hobby of some kind. Is this a model of some kind?
No, I just play with it.
Oh, I see.
My grandson texted me today earlier. In the middle of the pool. Said something that I understand. Aunt Rosie.
She's got a good voice. She sounds good.
And then she said,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Rebecca Abel right there, with the short skirt.
Nice. Good job.
Ronald, come on up.
All right, here we go. Video me. It's recording.
Ronald's next. I got a videotape. Ronald, it's not.
He's going to do a little bit of Johnny Cash.
Ronald, this isn't recording right now, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
he's got many voices.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ronald.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Where is he?
Well, I left him Kentucky back in '49. Went to Detroit working on the assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted the one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least $100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Well, the very first day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and with help from my friends, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. I've never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk, then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could fit in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all 4 shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went all right until we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was terribly wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put it together all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, there was another side. We had 2 on the left and 1 on the right, but when we pulled out the lever, all the lights come on. But when we put it together and when we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had 1 tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed her right on down Main Drag. I could hear everybody laughing from blocks around. But up there in the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up, it took the whole staff. And when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Oh yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psychobilly Cadillac, come on. This is the Cottonmouth, and negatory on the cost of this machine here, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. Oh, what model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ronald.
We got 70 automobiles.
BJ, come on up, honey. A lot of good entertainment tonight. Y'all be sure to stick around.
Preservatives. Louisiana authentic Southern iced tea. Find your front porch.
Ed, what are you doing now?
There's no mask, but I'm making masks. And guess who this is, Penny?
Don't tell me now, Ed. Wait a minute. Helen of Troy?
No, it's Miss Roosevelt. Mrs. Roosevelt.
Well, you know, the good thing about these Meccano sets is you can make anything out of them. Last week, this was the Empire State Building.
What is it this week?
The Queen Mary.
Hasn't got the right hat.
Oh, hey, Mr. DePena, would you check outside and see if there's a man standing out there?
Why? What for?
Well, for the last few days, I've been out delivering candy. I'm pretty sure I've been being followed.
Ed, you're crazy.
No, I'm not. This happens every time I'm out delivering candy. He follows, he stands, he watches, and he's out there right now.
Really? I'll take a look and see.
I don't know why anyone would be bothering you for, Ed.
Well,
there's a lot of kidnapping going on, Grandpa.
Yeah, but not in bed.
Well, did you see anyone?
There's nobody out there at all.
Sure.
Positive. I just saw him walk away.
You see?
Oh, it might have been anybody walking along the street. And we will hurry and get back.
Okay.
Want to go down now, Mr. Sycamore, and finish packing up the fireworks?
Yeah. We gotta take the fireworks to Mount Vernon in the morning.
I'm sorry. To our husband, I'm extra sorry.
Because I'm leaving him because I want you.
Oh, wow.
There you go, baby.
Well, I can think of all kinds of dirty things to say right now.
Can you guys take that from the top real quick?
Take it from the top. Does he love me? I want to know. How can I tell if he loves me so? I know you'll be to see him. I know he'll make believe if you want to know. If he loves you so, it's in his kiss. Well, no, that's just his charm. Well, no, that's just his arms. If you want to know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss. Whoa, it's in his kiss. Oh, hug him and squeeze him tight and find out what you want to know. If it's out, if it really is, it's there in his kiss. How about the way he acts? Whoa, no, that's not the way. It's Diana. That's not listen to what I said. If you want to know, he loves you so, it's in his kiss. Whoa, it's in his kiss. Okay, we're back in 1960. And we do a little bottle, a little mashed potato, a little twist, and a little dinner. Oh, hug him and squeeze him tight. Find out what you want to know. If it's love, if it really is, it's there in his kiss. How about the way he acts? Whoa, no, that's not the way. And you're not to listen to all I said. If you want to know, he loves you so, it's in his kiss. Oh, it's in his kiss. Oh, yeah, it's in his kiss. Ooh, it's in his kiss. It's in his kiss. Oh, it's in his kiss. It's in his kiss. It's in his kiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Christine right there.
Have you tried to quit smoking at these locations?
See, pink is a girl's color. Sing.
Well, I don't know if all that's true, 'cause you got me, baby, baby, I got you.
I got you, baby. I got you, baby.
Have you ever wanted to write a book? Have you ever wanted to write a screenplay? Have you ever wanted to have your great movie idea turned into a screenplay, turned into a movie, turned into a book, and distributed all over the world? Well, now you can learn how to do it with the great new book by Ronald Farnham, How to Write a Screenplay in 30 Days or Less. It includes the logline, theme, synopsis, outline, and screenplay of They, the Three Magic Questions. Learn how to write a screenplay in 30 days or less, or your money back. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
What if a government intelligence analyst from the Pentagon is forced to save mankind from extinction and the world from destruction, but first he must evolve into the Messiah and create the plan to save the world? The 21st century Messiah arrives, battles dark forces, and sparks the Armageddon that leads to the apocalypse, rapture, the 2012 pole shift, and extraterrestrial contact. Buy the book today by Ronald Farnham at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The Second Coming of the Messiah. Book 1, The Awakening.
She's going, Penny.
Yes.
Now, Penny.
I can't help it, Paul. Somehow I feel it's our fault.
It's mine more than yours, Penny. All these years I've just been going along, enjoying myself, when I should have been thinking more about Alice.
Oh, don't say that, Paul. You've been a wonderful father and husband, too.
No, I haven't. Maybe if I would have gone ahead and become an architect or something Alice could have been proud of. I kept thinking that all last night looking at Mr. Kirby.
But we've been so happy, Paul.
I know. But maybe that's not enough. I used to think it was, but I'm all confused now.
What time is she going?
Pretty soon the train leaves at 7:30.
Oh, if only she'd see Tony. I'm sure he could persuade her.
But she won't, Penny. He's been trying to talk to her all day.
Where is he now?
I don't know. Walking around the block again, I suppose. Anyhow, she won't talk to him.
Maybe Tony can catch her as she's leaving.
It won't help, Penny.
All right, this is sing along, so try to keep up. Well, I was loading my pack along the dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a high-end canvas-covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca, Mac, with me you can ride. So I climbed into the cab and then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, listen, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, Lavalo, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Dopamilla, Barranquilla. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Oakland, Sheffield, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Richmond, Springfield, Bakersfield, Freeport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Diamantina, Pasadena, Catalina, see what I mean. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert bare, man. I breathe the mountains there, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texas, I've Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Calaboose, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Tuscaloosa, Tennessee, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil's Lake, Crater Lake, Beach Lake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert bare, man. I breathe it out there, man. Travel out and my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere.
Have you ever wanted to write a book? Have you ever wanted to write a screenplay? Have you ever wanted to have your great movie idea turned into a screenplay, turned into a movie, turned into a book, and distributed all over the world? Well, now you can learn how to do it with the great new book by Ronald, How to Write a Screenplay in 30 Days or Less. It includes the logline, theme, synopsis, outline, and screenplay of the three magic questions. Learn how to write a screenplay in 30 days or less, or your money back. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Was once the rain. History turns the page. Very good. The minister's the current thing. J.D. Papa is our newborn king. And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. Drums keep pounding rhythm to the brain. La-da-da-da-dee. La-da-da-da-da. The grocery store's a supermarket. Little girls keep breaking their hearts. And men keep on marching on to war. Electricity keeps the baseballs going. And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. Drums keep pounding rhythm to the brain. La-da-da-da-dee. La-da-da-da-da. Getting a lap dance here. Grandma's sitting in chairs and reminisce. Boys keep chasing girls to get a kiss.
beat goes on, and the beat goes on.
Drums keep pounding rhythm to the brain.
La-da-da-da-dee.
La-da-da-da-da.
And the beat goes on.
Yeah, the beat goes on.
And the beat goes on.
And the beat goes on.
The beat goes on.
The beat goes on.
And the beat goes on.
Is that a surprise?
Yes. Anybody who drinks seven of those? Anybody who
No, I
drinks
only
7
had
bags?
3. I only had 3 or 4.
You're only 4.
It doesn't take a lot for me to get turned on.
Are you easy? Are you easy?
There you go, baby.
She's not going to tell me. Oh, it's okay. Is that your husband with the camera?
My husband's in New York.
Oh, hell. Come back over here and lap dance with me again. Then.
I'm just a voyeur.
He's off with his new wife.
Oh, crap. You're with evidence, no less. Okay.
That was great.
Lemonade, come on up.
I didn't even know. Never. I didn't. He picked it. I didn't.
No, you did the bride. I didn't give me a lap
He
dance.
didn't know I could sing.
That was great.
You did it perfect. Perfect. Did she do it perfect?
I didn't even know I could sing.
It was perfect.
That was before
But I
Sonny
think
hit a
New Jersey should
train.
get up and dance for us. That's what I think.
Now available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble is Harry Johnson, Diary of a Gigolo Porn Star. The crazy adventure of a 1951-born male in Beaufort, Georgia with a 2-foot penis that grows to 3 feet. He goes on to become an international porn star after becoming a war hero in Vietnam. Get it today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Yes, sir, Mr. DePina. We done a good night's work.
That's what? 500 Black Panthers, 300 willow trees, and 8 dozen junior kitty bobs.
Pretty good, pretty good. Why, hello, Alice. You just come in?
No, I've been in for quite a while.
Have a nice evening?
I had a beautiful evening, Father.
Say, why don't you come over here and take a look at this new red fire? Mr. DePina, get the lights. I want Alice to get the full effect.
What, Father?
Come on over here and take a look at this new red fire. There. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it's beautiful, Father. Everything's beautiful. It's the most beautiful red fire in the whole world.
Hi, I'm Ronald Farnham, and I am with the Janet Van Dyke Agency, and I am reading for the role of Professor George Kelling.
Thanks for meeting me, Professor.
Of course, you wanted to talk about your exam.
Yes, I thought I'd done better.
B- over C+ isn't a bad grade.
Maybe, but I expected more for myself.
Well, if it's any consolation, if you were arguing that exam problem before a court of law, I'd give you an A for presentation. Well-reasoned, clearly stated, very compelling.
I don't understand.
You've been away from the classroom for a long time, Miss Bolden.
Meaning?
Meaning, the purpose of a legal education is to learn how to explore all sides of an issue, to be able to argue 3 or 4 opposing viewpoints at the same time. I gave you a fact pattern, and you only argued in one direction, the one you believed in. I took a look at your law school application. It's clear you do a significant amount of advocacy work within the military.
Yes, that's why I'm specializing in public interest law.
Which I find admirable. I wish more students would follow your example, but, ironically, I think your maturity and life experience worked against you in this case.
Because I expressed a personal point of view, I wasn't dispassionate.
Correct. I'm surprised no one in your study group pointed out your lack of counter-case arguments.
I'm not in a study group.
Really? Why not?
I don't know. It just didn't occur to me, I guess.
I know a group that's looking for a 4th. I'll have them email you.
Great.
You're doing fine, Miss Holden. Damn good, in fact, for someone who's flying solo. I wouldn't be discouraged.
Hi, I'm Ronald Farnham with the Jana Van Dyke Agency, and I am reading for the role of Professor George Kelly.
Thanks for meeting me, Professor.
Of course, you want to talk about your exam.
Yes, I thought I'd done better.
B- over C+ isn't a bad grade.
Maybe, but I expected more for myself.
Well, if it's any consolation, if you were arguing that exam problem before a court of law, I'd give you an A for presentation. Well-reasoned, clearly stated, very compelling.
I don't understand.
You've been away from the classroom for a long time, Miss Holden.
Meaning?
Meaning, the purpose behind a legal education is to learn how to explore all sides of an issue, to be able to argue 3 or 4 opposing viewpoints at the same time. I give you a fact pattern, and you only argued in one direction, the one you believed in. I took a look at your law school application. It's clear. You do a significant amount of advocacy work within the military.
Yes, that's what I'm specializing in, public interest law.
Which I find admirable. I wish more students would follow your example, but ironically, I think your maturity and life experience worked against you in this case.
Because I expressed a personal point of view, I wasn't dispassionate.
Correct. I'm surprised no one in your study group pointed out your lack of counter-case arguments.
I'm not in a study group.
Really? Why not?
I don't know. It just didn't occur to me, I guess.
I know a group that's looking for a fourth. I'll have them email you.
Great.
You're doing fine, Miss Holden. Damn good for someone who's flying solo, in fact. I wouldn't be discouraged. Hi, I'm Ronald Farnham with the Jana Van Dyke Agency, and I am reading for the role of Professor George Kelly.
Thanks for meeting me, Professor.
Of course. You want to talk about your exam?
Yes, I thought I'd done better.
B- over C+ isn't a bad grade.
Maybe, but I expected more for myself.
Well, if it's any consolation, if you were arguing that exam problem before a court of law, I would give you an A for presentation. Well-reasoned, clearly stated, very compelling.
I don't understand.
You've been away from the classroom for a long time, Miss Holden.
Meaning?
Meaning, the purpose of a legal education is to learn how to explore all sides of an issue, to be able to argue 3 or 4 opposing viewpoints at the same time. I give you a fact pattern, and you only argued in one direction, the one you believed in. I took a look at your law school application. It's clear you do a significant amount of advocacy work within the military.
Yes, that's why I'm specializing in public interest law.
Which I find admirable. I wish more students would follow your example, but ironically, I think your maturity and life experience worked against you in this case.
Because I expressed a personal point of view, I wasn't dispassionate.
Correct. I'm surprised no one in your study group pointed out your lack of counter-case arguments.
I'm not in a study group.
Really? Why not?
I don't know. It just never occurred to me.
I know a group that's looking for a fourth. I'll have them email you.
Really?
You're doing fine, Miss Holden. Damn good, in fact, for someone flying solo. I wouldn't be discouraged. What if a government intelligence analyst from the Pentagon is forced to save mankind from extinction and the world from destruction, but first he must evolve into the Messiah and create the plan to save the world? The 21st century Messiah arrives, battles dark forces, and sparks the Armageddon that leads to the apocalypse, rapture, the 2012 pole shift, and extraterrestrial contact. Buy the book today by Ronald Farnham at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The Second Coming of the Messiah. Book 1, The Awakening.
Mr. DePena? Yeah? Mr. DePena, will you bring up one of those new skyrockets, please? I want to show them to Miss Sycamore.
Sure.
Look, Henegar. them strings for a cent. Listen. Pow! Nice, huh?
Paul, dear, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I wasn't. Wait till you see the new fire skyrocket. We got gold stars, and then blue stars, and then bombs, and then a balloon. Mr. DePinna thought of the balloon.
Sounds lovely. Did you do all that today?
Sure, we made up. Oh, here we go. Look, Penny. Cost us 18 cents to make, and we sell it for 50. Mr. DePinna, how many of these do you think we can make by the 4th of July?
Well, we've got 2 weeks yet. What day are you going to take the stuff up to Mount Vernon?
About a week. You know, we're going to need a bigger tent this year. We got a lot of stuff made up. Come on.
Look, Mr. Sycamore, I'm afraid the powder chamber is a little bit close to the balloon.
But we got the stars and the bombs in between.
But that don't give the balloon time enough. The balloon needs plenty of time.
Come on, let's go down to the cellar and try it.
All right.
Hi, I'm Ronald Farnham, and I am auditioning for one of the roles in your movie. I'm going to do a monologue, and this is from the movie Phoenix, starring Ray Liotta and Anthony LaPaglia and Jeremy Piven, and one of the Baldwin. Here we go. Fred, you ever see King Kong?
Yeah, I've seen it 1,000 times at least.
Really?
Seen it 1,000 times at least. 1,000 times.
That's great, Fred. Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Natives on this island, they build a wall to keep out this giant gorilla.
Wouldn't you?
You know the scene where King Kong, he attacks the village to get at that screaming woman?
And Arrow.
He attacks the village, and he forces his way through these 2 giant doors.
Yeah, that's the scene they use on the poster. King Kong breaking through the great giant doors.
Fred,
you know,
they build a wall to keep out this giant gorilla. Why the fuck do they put 2 giant doors in it, big enough for Kong to fit through? I mean, what the fuck were they thinking about? Plus, King Kong can climb the Empire State Building, but he can't climb this wall? What, did they coat it with KY jelly or something? It doesn't make sense. Does it? Doesn't make sense.
The host of the Ronald Show